Hello and welcome to Tina Renee's Dollhouse. I'm your host, Tina Renee, and as always, it's a pleasure having you here with us and my guests. I have a very special guest in the house today. We have Chevy Nishinome.
Like you should know me.
Like you should know me. Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, now, we know you're an artist. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, as an artist, I try to harness everything that I am, everything that I see, my enlightened moments in my life. So, I do paintings, sketches, poetry, what have you. But my focus right now is on this album and, the music side of my life.
Okay, so you said painting and so you're into the arts.
Of course, yeah. I grew up very much in the arts because of my family. Actually, my father was an opera singer, and my mother, she's a choreographer. So, I do a little bit of dancing too. I love dancing.
Do you?
Yeah, I love dancing.
All types, or do you have a specific type or style?
I can go from hip hop to salsa to.
Oh.
I love music.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's what
drives you.
Exactly.
The music. Okay, absolutely. So your parents have a background in music. I know that your mom has done opera. You said your mom.
No, my father.
Your father does opera, and do you do opera as well?
I've done chamber choir. In high school, I was actually in the elite chamber choir. It was like, what is it when you're in football and you're like supposed to be the top, the senior, what are they called?
Elite was a good term. The elite, the top.
Yeah,
elite,
but like
something.
There's like
is there a specific term for it?
Yeah, like the senior football. I don't know. Like, anyways.
You were that. You were up there.
Yeah, but I was there when I was a freshman. So.
Ooh.
That was really interesting and.
Yeah.
It was fun, learning music theory from that angle. Of course, my father has always engraved that in my head. But, it's different to be able to, have a hands-on touch on it. We were on tour, and we were doing a lot of competitions. We were on tour in Arizona, which was amazing. Flagstaff is cool.
Flagstaff, Arizona, yeah.
Have you been?
I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Flagstaff. I grew up in Arkansas, and then we used to come to California, so we would have to go through Flagstaff.
Sweet deal.
Yeah. Okay, so now you recently went to Greece. Tell us about that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, Greece was an opportunity given to me by the Tatopoulos family.
Who's the Tatopoulos family? Should we know them? Who are they?
There's the dancer Zoe Tatopoulos.
Okay.
She actually was third place on So You Think You Can Dance. Greece.
In Greece, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can probably look her up on YouTube. She's awesome.
Okay.
Her father is a director / art director as well. He did Underworld, Rise of the Lycans, but all the Underworld series he's been a part of. Okay. But he directed the third one. Okay.
So now, was it your art that they contacted you for, your art?
Actually, no. I forgot to say, their mother, Sparti, she is a painter, and an amazing painter at that. I'm actually working with her right now with some audio-visual editing. I do some electro audio on the side, so I've been kind of helping them out with that. And their little one's Nico, she's a budding director as well, so
now, how did they contact you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We lived in the same town, and we used to dance together.
Okay.
Zoe and I.
Okay.
And that's actually at a place called The Vibe in La Crescenta, California, where a lot of people, Eve Six from there.
Oh, okay.
And, that's where we got to know each other, dancing and gabbing.
Okay. Now, you have a band that you've recently started up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Telos?
Yes.
The group Telos. Tell us a little bit about Telos.
Well, I believe the Greek pronunciation is telos.
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 Telos, okay.
And being in Greece, it gave me the opportunity to catalyze what's in me and do kind of harness all that I wanted to do in this album. And I just opened up to my good friends, my drummer Peter Buckelman, my bassist as of now is Johnny Dermo, and I have a couple producers that I'm working with, SME Records,
Okay.
and Architecture Recordings.
Okay.
So check them out.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's pretty much how it opened up.
Okay, now so it's a group of how many? It's
Right now it's hard to say just because I'm in the pre-production, situation, and if it calls for 10 musicians, I would love to do it with 10 musicians, but as of now we only have 3 prominent ones.
okay. And so what are you guys working on right now? Is there an album? I know you have an up and coming. Is that Telos?
I think
Telos?
either way.
Okay.
We're working on the up and coming album, just layering things, making things up to par,
So any inspirations for songs on the album?
Yes, what I talk about, as I said earlier, I try and find enlightened moments in my life and harness it. So the past couple of years, I've actually been working at Good Samaritan Hospital in downtown LA as a respiratory therapist,
Okay.
which I've been exposed to a lot of deaths.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that opened up a lot of not necessarily demons, but just dark sides
It
of my head.
definitely, yeah. Gives you a different, I guess you could say, perspective on life.
Yes, exactly. I prioritize now differently because of how I see life and how significant and insignificant things are. So that's what I'm talking about in this album, and other things that pop in and out of my head.
Absolutely. So a lot of the inspiration comes from seeing the various things you see within the hospital.
Yes.
And taking that with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, Chevy, when you were in Greece, how long were you there for? And I'm sure you drew inspiration. It's Greece. What type of inspiration did you draw while you were there? And, did it have any influence on the album?
Okay. I was there for a month.
Okay.
While I was there, you have to understand Greece is a very ancient place. I actually got a tattoo there.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were truly inspired.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been a big fan of philosophy, and the Greek mythology of just how big it is and how just out of me it is,
Mm-hmm.
So when I was there, it took me to a different place. I actually recorded there. I brought some equipment and recorded an album. The album. Some of the actual songs were written in Greece.
Okay.
Like Daily Feed, the one that I think I'm supposed to perform today. So,
Okay. Great.
With that said, I played a couple places, DJ'd a couple places. Place called Inoteca, and it's pretty much downtown Athens.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful people. Oh, I miss Greece. That's one thing I have to say.
Did you find any love interest in Greece?
Oh.
You don't have to answer. That's a rhetorical question. I'm just messing with you, Chevy. Definitely. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go to a commercial break, and this is going good. We're gonna continue this, okay?
Good.
So we'll be right back in a sec.